It's your girl, Patrice. I wanted to come out and talk about jobs you may like, nurses. Temporary travel assignment that you will get a decent pay and get to do something else, something different. Before I start, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell. Come on, please. Thank you. There's two agency I'm going to talk about today. The first one is SnapNurse, and SnapNurse is an app. It's on your phone. You can download it to your phone or to your laptop. Get all your credential in, and I usually do it on my laptop because you can't get everything on the phone. After you download everything, then they'll text you and call you on a 866 or some kind of number that when you call back, no one answer. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a lot of confusion around SnapNurse. Because it's an app, they're responding via email, via text. And you know how long it takes for them to respond. So they got to have a better system. When I first found this agency, before the pandemic, I went to California through them. I only spent 2 weeks. I was so frustrated. To be honest, you're going to be frustrated too. Fear of the unknown, you're not knowing this agency. You don't know if you can trust them like a stranger. You don't know if you're going to get paid. You worry about things like that. You don't give your service away to anyone. Remember that, nurses. You don't give your time and your service away. Don't let them pay you anything. You must be in a position where I say, no, refuse it. And I'm not telling you anything. If you feel that you can deal with stress, because it's going to get stressful. And if you're used to stress, it will okay. But the other kind of stress is not like you're on the floor. It's about you don't really trust the agency at the moment. Because we have been burned. I don't know about you, but I have been burned over the years. So I was cautious. I didn't have a debit at that time. I guess you want to say I'm old school. I don't have a debit, but after this experience from this agency, I got a debit now. Because I realized that not having that debit, I thought I was, because debit card allow you to me, in my mind, I'm saying, allow me to spend more. I'm at the store, I want something debit. So I didn't have a debit card, so I didn't get paid. And all the nurses were getting paid. They had a debit and would just go in there, because in California, it's daily pay. And I was worried because I didn't know where to go to get the check. It was me and this other nurse. So it was two of us, did not have a debit. So we had to get paid every day to a check. I couldn't find a go-to person. That's what you will find. I had another situation. Something happened in the hospital, not with me. The manager came to me. Who is your representative for SnapNurse? I said, I really don't know. I don't know a number to give you. I don't know. And I don't know what to say, because no one knows the right number to give. They utilize nurses as recruiters. So that's the confusion. But let me clear up the confusion. Don't worry if you're not, I'm telling you, you will get paid. At the end of the day, at the end of being in California, I did get my paycheck every day. I might not get it like everybody got it when they got it right away, but I did get my paycheck because I'm the type of person, I'm going to keep at you and I'm going to keep calling you. At one point, this is what I did in California. I called the front desk. Can I speak to the representative for SnapNurse? Can you connect me to their room? I don't know if they were in my hotel, but I know they gotta be. So the person who answered the phone said, I don't know if they're here, but here's some numbers. I'll give it to you. And they gave me all the numbers. And boy, did I call and ask them about my check. Boy, was they upset. How did you get my number? I didn't even answer. I just needed to know. If you didn't want me to call you, tell me where do I go to pick up a check, because I don't have a debit. That's all I want, and I'll never call you again. So be careful. They can get a little testy if you call the person who know that this is an app. You don't need to know anybody. It's an app. So you just doing it computer wise. You know when you call the phone company and the lady, you want to get to technical support, and the lady, the voicemail just kept, oh, hi, Patrice. What do you want? You want technical support? Yes. And you getting all frustrated. That's how I felt. But I did get my paycheck and everything was smooth. So they have an assignment, and it's a vaccination, and it's in California, and it's for 90 days. They will fly you into California, but you must get a car. That's what I'm hearing. So, and they have an hotel for you. First, I was hearing that they would drive you to work, bring you lunch. So that means you in the boondocks, that you can't go, or you're going to be working, that you can't get to lunch. They're going to bring lunch for you so you could stay in that location. So now the new thing is you're going to drive to the location. It could be a good thing, and it can't be a good, because when I was driving in California, those hills and the down, it was just too confusing and scary. I can't really tell you to pay, but if I endorse it, it is awesome. It's good. That's all I can say. It's good. It's a decent pay for what you're going to be doing. And I've seen other agency that's want vaccination nurse, and the pay was, I did see something for LPNs and CNA. I'm not sure if it's the vaccine, but they utilize them too. With SnapNurse, like I said, you go in the app, you put your credential, you can go in, if you finish the assignment in California, you can have that app and go in and you see work, different location. They also have Florida, and they need 3 weeks assignment. They need nurses there too. I think they have other states too, but the major one I saw was Florida and California. And most people gravitate to California because of that working 12 hours every day. And I'm not sure. Don't quote me about every day. You get daily pay, and that's awesome because 8 hours is straight time. After 4 hours, you get time and a half. And if you go like 16 hours, that's double time. And then for one day, it's over $900. And that's just an estimate, I'm saying. Another agency that came to light, and I talked about it before, is Favorite Healthcare Staffing. Favorite, like I said before, I work for them in Philadelphia. And, you know, if you're a nurse, new nurse, just starting out your career, you working for the agency, you've been working in the hospital and getting your little $18, and then you work for agency, you get this awesome salary, little $20, and they say, and then you get ready, and I'm like calculating my money, and what they say, don't count your chicken before it ends, whatever. I know I didn't say it right, but bear with me. So I would be calculating my money, get ready to go to work, get in my car, and I got a call from Favorite that they canceled. And they would do it all the time. So I stopped working for them in Philadelphia and worked for another agency. And I was doing agency because I was in school for RN. And when I got out, I went to school, bachelor's, I did agency. So they kept canceling and I left them alone. When I got to Atlanta, I did not hear about Favorite or anything. So I didn't know they exist here. I don't know if they are either. But due to the pandemic or because of the pandemic, I start hearing about Favorite. And I think, I don't know how to get your number, your name, email, maybe the border nursing. So they reached out to me and they had some assignment that I liked. I wanted to go to Florida when they were doing COVID tests, but I didn't get a chance to go to Florida because I think I was in New York. And then I went to Texas. But when I got back, I did go to Illinois twice with them. And with Favorite, it's different. Favorite wants you to drive. Favorite really don't pay for no plane ticket. They'll pay for your hotel, but you have to drive. In other words, what most nurses do, they'll pay for their flight and they rent a car. I happen to drive, or some drive their own personal car, but I did that. Illinois was too cold, and I know it's not the same as Philadelphia, but it was awesome. It was a different experience, the location where I went. Another thing is if you try to say that, oh, they'll tell you up front. Favorite will tell you up front that you need to be in the car by yourself. So don't think like, oh, my girlfriend Mary and we can just drive together. No, you will get fired. They want you. I think it's still, if you look at it, it's more about the social distance. They don't want you to say you got COVID from them, and they're going to test you too. So Favorite, also the salary that you're going to get with SnapNurse is the same you're going to get with Favorite. So it's basically the same. They also have higher rates. If you don't want to do vaccination, you can do the hospital, ICU, med-surg, COVID nursing, crisis, whatever they call it. You will get a higher premium than the regular vaccination. Because, you just vaccinating. And imagine that not only you're vaccinating the patient, you also want to look at the symptoms, make sure they're okay before I don't know the setup. So I'm just thinking in terms of a lot of people are getting allergic reaction from the vaccination. So I would imagine before they leave the facility or wherever they give them, they would at least let the nurse kind of observe them a little. I would imagine they would do that. So this is a temporary travel assignment for you, nurse, that I think you may like. And it could be on your resume. It's something different that you have done. It's refreshing than being on the floor. So if that's something that you want, the pay is decent, like I said, more decent than the average agency because you're getting crisis, COVID rate, and per diem. Another agency, this is a bonus, is Huffmaster. Huffmaster is in California too. Huffmaster location is in Michigan, but they travel all over. And I worked for Huffmaster a long time ago. They're decent with them. They give you your per diem. They'll even come to you if you forgot your per diem. They'll even call you and come. And usually they have a representative in the hotel, but I'm not sure if they have it there now because of the pandemic. I worked for them when there wasn't any pandemic. With Favorite, there is someone there in the hotel But the last time I was in Illinois, they weren't. It was just the nurses. So these are two agencies that are doing the vaccine. And then, so take advantage of this opportunity. 4 weeks or 3 weeks, 90 days, 3 weeks. You may end up extend. And before you know it, you won't be home until August. Just like the nurses in Texas. Those nurses been there so long, they can't practically live at Texas. And I have a couple friends there. They're still there. So if you feel that you're up to it and you want to extend, and the opportunity is there, they like your work and everything, this is it, nurse. Paid up those bills. Do something else.